This is how I'm getting 4 to 7 day shipping times testing brand new Shopify dropshipping products in 2021. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name's Camille, known as the ECOM King, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how me, my team, and my students are able to achieve 4 to 7 day shipping times using this one supplier without having to buy in bulk or without having to spend a lot of money on shipping costs. This one supplier has warehouses absolutely everywhere: the US, Canada, Mexico, Australia, which is great for worldwide dropshipping, fast shipping times, and local Shopify dropshipping. So if you're somebody that's currently struggling with Facebook ad score issues because your product's taken way too long to get delivered, you're struggling from chargebacks and refunds because customers are not happy with the shipping times, then this video is going to be insanely helpful. Now in the video, I'm going to be showing you the exact back-end setup to be able to set this up correctly, because this is quite a technical setup when you do it correctly. So if you want to be able to achieve the right setup on the back end, make sure you do not skip this video because it will get very technical. So before I actually get into the video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway on every single video from now on, and the giveaway today is going to be a consultation call giveaway for 30 minutes, and all you've got to do to enter the giveaway is like the video. Once we hit 2,000 likes, I'll announce a winner, and you also need to leave a comment as well in the comment section below. Once we hit 2,000 likes in this video, I will be picking a winner from the comment section below. Now, before we actually get into the video today, I want to say a massive disclaimer. I am not endorsed or sponsored by any of the companies that I mentioned today. The reason why I mention them is because I've had great results from them myself, and my business partners in my company have as well. So as you guys can see on my screen here, you can see that the supplier that I'm talking about is CJ Dropshipping, and I've been talking about the supplier for the last couple of years, and I absolutely love them. All my business partners and people in my mentoring company all use them because they are an amazing supplier, and we've had some great success with them. And I've made multiple case studies on my channel about successful stores, and the supplier that we use is typically CJ Dropshipping. Now, what I'm going to be doing for you guys today is I'm going to be giving you a full step-by-step tutorial on how I use CJ Dropshipping, because I've talked about them before, but I haven't gone in depth on how I use them for testing and for scaling, and how I set it up on the back end. And CJ Dropshipping's got some insanely new cool things out, which I want to be sharing with you because it is a complete game changer. So as you can see here, this is CJ Dropshipping's website and app. So all you got to do is head over to Shopify App Store, download the CJ Dropshipping app, create an account, and it should take you to a site that looks like this. And CJ Dropshipping is a completely free supplier. You don't need to go on a subscription. There's no subscription needed. So the first thing that you want to do once you've done it is you want to head over to where it says warehouses here in the top, and you can see here CJ's added loads of new warehouses to their list. Now as you can see here, there's Thailand warehouse, US warehouse, China warehouse, Germany warehouse, Indonesia, Australia, Japan, Canada, Mexico, India, Brazil, and Russia. Now this is a game changer because if you're somebody that's doing national drop shipping, and one of our case studies here is where we did a store directly just to Australia and nowhere else, because sometimes targeting just one big country works better than a target in EPAC or worldwide. Now what we did is we used a Australia warehouse directly from CJ to achieve better shipping times and better shipping costs. So if you're somebody that is into national drop shipping, then this is a great option for you because the main countries here are on this list. Now this is also really good because if you are doing worldwide or e-packet drop shipping, then you can set it up so if one country comes to your website out of all the e-packet countries, then you can set it up so if one comes from Australia, one comes from Germany, one comes from Canada, you can set it up so on here the different warehouses, you can send it from different warehouses for each customer. And it might sound a little bit technical, but I'm going to be showing you how you set this up in the back end now. So as you guys can see, I am in the Shopify settings where you manage your shipping rates and shipping zones. Now you can see here you have got CJ Dropshipping here at the bottom, but you will be using alternative suppliers as well, just to get around the free shipping option, which I'll be talking about a little bit later. But if I scroll down here, you can see the CJ Dropshipping one, and you can see I've got e-packet and then I've got AU only, meaning Australia only. So the reason why I've done this is because, again, if you are doing e-packet countries and you want to target all of them, but you want to have fast shipping times for each one of those countries, or the majority of the main countries, which is your top 5, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and what so forth, then you're going to want to lay it out like this. So basically what you do is in the back end, you set up AU only as a separate zone, because you're going to be able to get the product from a separate warehouse in Australia, which is really going to help with your shipping times. So you set this one up as a separate shipping zone, and you can see I've called it priority track shipping, and this one's free. Now depending on the price that CJ charge you depends on how much you should put here. Now CJ are offering free shipping on the the Australian warehouse, the product that I've chosen. So that's why I'm able to give it off for free. But you can see here the e-packet one. Now these are the countries that have a warehouse that is not a main warehouse. So if we go back to CJ Dropshipping, you can see here any of the countries that do not have their own independent warehouse, or the product doesn't have one on one of those, then I exclude it and put it in to this zone right here. So for example, if the US has got its own warehouse and my product's available on that warehouse, I will create a separate zone called US only, because I can send it from the US warehouse direct. The same with all the other ones that CJ Dropshipping have listed. Now, if your product is only on, for example, the Australian warehouse and the United States warehouse, then you would only have those two as separate, and you'd leave the other ones in the China warehouse or a different supplier, which I'll be talking about a little bit later. Now, if this is getting a little bit technical for you and you don't understand, don't worry, just carry on watching the video and it will make sense. Now, if I scroll up, you can see here I've got Oberlo as well. Now, the reason why you're going to want an alternative to CJ Dropshipping like Oberlo or Wio or DS's or whatnot is because with the free shipping option, because you should always be offering free shipping on your website because it will increase conversion rates, sometimes you can't do this at an affordable price, meaning that if you do it through CJ, it might be too expensive if you're doing a low ticket item. And that's why I do recommend that when you're doing this strategy, guys, you do it with a high ticket product that you can sell between $30 and $100, because some of the shipping costs can be a little bit expensive. So if you're going for a low ticket item, then you will have to use a slow free option, because that's the only way you're going to be able to carry on with decent conversion rates. So as you guys can see on the screen, I'm only using an alternative to CJ if CJ don't offer an affordable or free option on one of their warehouses for my product. So as you guys can see here, I'm just showing you an example. If they didn't, I'm going to be using Oberlo instead from one of their suppliers. And you can see here, I've called this one e-packet, or the e-packet countries that decide not to go for a paid option using CJ. And you can see I've called it here free 10 to 20 day track shipping. And I've made it very clear how long the shipping is. And you do want to make it very clear how long the shipping time is, because it will help let the customers decide how long they're willing to wait and if they're willing to pay more to get the product quicker. So as you can see here, I've made it free, and this would be using, for example, one of Wio's or one of Oberlo's suppliers that have a free option that is reasonably that is a reasonable shipping time. Anything over 20 days isn't reasonable in my opinion. But let me just give you a quick example of how this would work if a customer went to my website and went to the checkout and saw the shipping options. So let's pretend they're at the checkout and they saw these options, and they saw that I am offering free shipping, but it is going to take 10 to 20 days. If they're not happy with that, then there will be another option being shown that will be 4 to 10 days. And you can see here, it really does show paid 4 to 10 day track shipping. If they see that and think, you know what, I'm happy with that, it's only going to take a few days, then they can pay the $5. And like I said before, because CJ Dropshipping don't always offer it at a reasonable price or at a free price, you will have to charge for it to actually remain profitable or have decent profits. Now, the lucky thing is, if the customer is coming from Australia, then at least CJ Dropshipping are offering a CJ warehouse in Australia with my product with a free shipping rate. So let me just show you an example of how that one works. So you guys can see here, this is a CJ Dropshipping product on the CJ Dropshipping Australia warehouse. You can see here, Australia warehouse. You can see here 3 to 7 days, and the shipping cost is nothing, which is absolutely amazing, which means that I can put my shipping rate here as free because I'm not actually paying for it. Now, let's say it was a couple of dollars, let's say it was $3 or $2 or $1, then you might want to keep it free as well because it's not that much. You can include that extra cost in your product cost. Now, if the cost of that was for example, something like $8 to $15, you are going to want to charge at least up to $10 for that. But I normally do between $5 and $10 if it is in that range. Now, let me give you an example of how this would work if you wanted to import it onto your Shopify store, as I've just shown you. So what you'd do is you'd come here, you'd scroll down to the bottom where it says list, and then what you'd do is you'd go to where it says here store, you'd select the store that you want, product type, you want to select that, collections if you've got a collection, and then what you'd do is you'd hit list now, and then you can see here ship my order from Mohsin to Australia shipping method, and then you can choose this one, and then you can add your price if you want to, or you can do it in Shopify. So then once you've done that, you do the same again, but you would do it if this product was available on the US warehouse, you do the same but make it US warehouse, shipped to mostly, and using the US method. And if it was available, let's say in, for example, Canada, you do the same again but for Canada, and then you should have 3 variants from the 3 different warehouses. Now, if you can only get it from, let's say example as Australia, then you might want to do Australia only drop shipping. If that's something that you're not interested in, then you may have to just use a US warehouse, or you might just have to use a China warehouse using CJ's fast option. So as you guys can see here on my computer screen, I am on the China warehouse selection here. You can see here China warehouse. Now I do want to make it very, very clear, not every single product that you're going to want is going to be on one of those other warehouses. The majority of the products that you'll find on AliExpress will be on the China warehouse for CJ, so do bear that in mind. Now saying that, it doesn't mean that the shipping times are slow, because they are very fast still from the China warehouse, and I do want to show you an example of that. So for example, if we look at this electric deep tissue foam roller, you can see here the China warehouse. You can see here this is a high ticket, high perceived product as well, because you can see it's an electrical product. It's there to help massage your muscles. You could easily sell this for something like $59.99 or $69.99 based on the perceived value, and that's why I'd recommend that you go for high perceived value products or high ticket products, because it will work out better in the long run. So then, as you guys can see here, if we go to shipping methods, you can see here the CJ packet sensitive is 10 to 15 days, which is very good considering it's coming from China, but it is on the expensive side, which is $14, and that's why you want to be able to incorporate that cost into your Shopify product, or you'll have to charge for that, and you'd have to use that as a fast option, and then you'd have to find the product on a different supplier, like for example Wio or Hyper SKU. Find a slower time, let's say for example it'll be 10 to 20 days, make that the free option and make this the paid option. That's one way you can do it. So I want to show you another example of using the China CJ dropshipping warehouse, and you can see here this is a famous winning product, the cat soft bed, and you can see here the China warehouse, and then you can see here shipping method. Now there's a couple of different CJ methods that I'd recommend from the China warehouse, the one that I just mentioned and the CJ packet ordinary one, and you can see this one's 8 to 12 days, and it's going to cost between $7 and $10, which isn't cheap, but it is very, very fast considering if you look at e-packet shipping times, they are a lot longer. Now I want to show you an example of the USA warehouses on CJ dropshipping, and you can see here USA warehouse, United States, and you can see 3 to 7 days, and it is free for shipping, which you wouldn't have to charge for that, and that's absolutely amazing. And again, if you just wanted to do USA dropshipping, you could, and you'd get extremely fast shipping times without having to worry, and it's completely free. Or if you want to do e-packet but then make the rest of the world use some of the other options, and they may have to basically pay a little bit more, or they'd have to wait a little bit longer, then that's completely down to you. Now I want to talk a little bit about how the dashboard works in CJ dropshipping, and as you guys can see here, this is how the dashboard will look, and then here on the right hand side you have got my CJ, and under my CJ you got dashboard, sourcing, purchase list, my photography, my inventory, wish list, and custom packaging. So sourcing I'll cover in a minute, and then you got purchase list, which is the list of purchases you've made, my photography, so CJ dropshipping can all do in-house photography for you. So if there's one of the products on their warehouses that you like and you want them to do special photography for you, which is great, then you can ask them and they can do it for you. Then it'll show all your photography work in there. My inventory, if you're buying in bulk, then it will show in there. Then you got wish list, if you're wanting to add a product on your wish list, you can do. Then you got custom packaging, and this I'll cover in a minute. If you want to have your own custom packaging, then you can do all of this through CJ dropshipping, which is amazing. Then you've got dropshipping center here, which is imported products, dropshipping orders, AS services, and undelivered orders, which is very good. So as soon as you've got a product that you need to fulfill, you come here and then you can fulfill those orders. They also offer print on demand, but I've never personally used it, so I couldn't say how good it is. So if there isn't a product on CJ dropshipping's warehouses throughout all the different ones they offer, then you can actually ask the source, and depending on the demand of the source, depending on how many people have asked for the same product, then they can order it in. So all you got to do is go to sourcing, click start, and then what you want to do is you want to go to individual product, and then you can upload an image, let's say from AliExpress if you want something from AliExpress, or if you find it somewhere else. Then you click product tag, what product tag it's in, product name, target price. So basically you want to say to CJ, how cheap can you get it in for cheaper, or can you get it in for the same amount of money? Then you've got wholesale or dropshipping. You do want to hit the dropshipping version. You do not want to hit wholesaling. You only want to hit wholesaling if you're ready to scale and buy in bulk, or you're looking to actually wholesale in general. Then you want to click dropshipping, like I said. Then you want the sourcing URL. So if you're using AliExpress to find the product, you paste it in there. Another website, you paste it in there. Then you put a description, things like basically how many units you're looking to get, how much you're willing to pay, kind of a little things on variants, how many variants you want, and all those other things. Do you want it in a US warehouse? Would you rather have it in China warehouse? You got to really be precise on what you want them to do for you. Something else that I want to cover about CJ Dropshipping is they do the complete scaling and fulfillment for you. So if you're looking to now scale and you're getting 30 to 50 orders, or you want to buy in bulk, then CJ do offer that, and you can use an agent throughout CJ, which is absolutely amazing. They've got agents all over the place, and we've used a lot of their agents and we've had some great experience with them. So do bear that in mind, that you can stay within the CJ world when you scale. You don't need to move out and do whatnot. They have got fulfillment centers, so if you do buy in bulk, you can send it to one of their centers in China, US, Canada, any of them that come up as a warehouse. You can use those as a fulfillment center, which is extremely important to know. They also do offer custom packaging, and they can help you as an agent get the product private labeled or white labeled if you want to do so. Also, a great thing about CJ Dropshipping is they've got a great customer support and customer help center. So in the top right, you've got support center, ticket, help center, and in the bottom left, you do have a live chat that you can speak to them with here as well. And they also are very active on Skype, so they will get on phone calls with you, especially if you've got an agent and you're scaling. They are very, very helpful on Skype as well. And a lot of them do speak very good English as well, so that's something great to know. That is something that you always want to hear when you're working with a supplier abroad. You want to make sure that they are reachable, they are able to speak good English as well, and I can verify and say that. Now, another supplier that I want to talk about as a great alternative to CJ if they don't have the product that you're looking for, or they can't source the product, is Wholesale. Now, I have been using these guys for the last few months. I know other people that have used them for a while, and they've had nothing but good things to say, and I've only had a good experience using these guys, especially during the Chinese New Year 2021. They were only off for 3 days, which is absolutely amazing for me. Now, as you guys can see here, this is how the dashboard will look like when you create an account. And again, it's completely free to use. You don't need a subscription to use them. And all you got to do is go to the Wholesale products, and you can see here there's loads of different products that they've listed. Now, if we take a look at this knitted mermaid tail, you can see here it shows the product. It's got images. It gives you the product description. It also gives you all the images as well. Now, the great thing about Wholesale is a lot of the images that they use are actually their own images. It's not from those different websites that you don't know about. The imagery that's tend to use on their website tends to be their own imagery, which is absolutely amazing if you want to have imagery that isn't copyrighted, which is what I love a lot about them. The next thing that I love about them as well is they do give you a product description that is their own. I wouldn't recommend using it, but which is great as a framework. But the thing that I love the most is the shipping options that they do offer. Now, they've got special line, which is 8 to 20 days, and it's $6.90, which is expensive. But if you're looking for a high ticket product, or you've got a product with a high perceived value, or you're willing to charge for it, it is a great option. Now, the next one that I love the most is the fast Wholesale private line. Now, this option is great if you've got a high ticket product or a high perceived product, because it's only going to take 5 to 15 days, and it is on the expensive side. It is $12, but you got to think, if you're buying a product for, let's say, $10, it's got a perceived value of $40, you can easily have that in the price and get the fast shipping included and get away with it really nicely. Talking about the Wholesale interface on the website, you have got product connection, the connection in between you and your website. You've got AliExpress products, my products, orders, store, support ticket, raised by Wholesale roles. And in the top here, you've got support ticket, and you've got the help center as well, which is amazing. Now, something that I do want to talk about Wholesale is they've got a great customer support, and again, they are very active on Skype as well, which is what I love a lot, and their English is very, very impressive. Now, that is basically how you guys are going to be able to achieve really good shipping times for your Shopify dropshipping products by testing them in 2021. And I do want to make a massive disclaimer: I am not sponsored or endorsed by any of these companies that I mentioned today. This is just purely based off my experience with them, and my overall results with them. Now, if you appreciate this content, make sure you smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.